What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another hot episode of Max Tech Motorsports here again. Another video with our Volvo. Try to get some work done today while the sun is still shining. Continue on taking out the dash of the 760. I'm gonna move over to the other side here and just kind of show you guys what we've done so far. It's hot in here. Oh my lord, it's hot in here. There we go. Open the door. Take a look on the inside. So yeah, definitely not the prettiest. Yeah, look at that. So this was our HVAC system here, or what was our HVAC system. This is where the blower motor was, which we took out. Over there, you guys can see the condenser as well for the AC. Yeah, so that's definitely not what I really had planned. A lot of the plastic kind of cracked. Lots of melt scrap, as well as yeah, pieces of like leaves and pine cones and stuff. So something's probably been living in here for a while. Yeah, definitely not what I had planned, but it's okay. Still kind of on there as well. I think at this point too, I'm probably just gonna take a hammer and start beating on it. You guys can see the two holes there, so that's for the AC lines that ran in here. And then we have the heater core, which is right in there, which I still have to do. Went in the engine bay as well too, and took off a couple small things, nothing major. Pretty much everything that was associated with the lines coming into the cabin here. So yeah, we're gonna try and get this dash off today. I know I've been saying that every video. It's just as soon as I get rolling on it, stuff gets in the way, which is pretty common. But I think now that I can see majority of the stuff here, and again, taking care of as much wiring as possible. This stuff right here, all the HVAC stuff, a couple of vacuum lines as well. And then over here, it's pretty much part of the engine harness, which is this. This is part of the engine harness. And then we have a couple other big plugs here as far as the body. So hopefully we can get the dash off. I'm gonna have to move this whole relay panel and then get into there as well. And then I'm pretty sure there's some clips up top of there, but like look how short the dash pad is compared to how deep like the firewall is way in there. But yeah, once we get this off, we can start tracing these wires back, which will definitely start speeding up the process. Definitely a huge mess in here. You can see all the stuff just all over the place, guys. And then yeah, the carpet's gonna have to come out probably, I think, just to kind of look at some wiring here. I'm gonna have to follow the fuel pump wiring. But anyways, yeah, so let's get to it again. Start taking off as many as these plastic pieces here as far as the whole blower motor section. Gonna have to go in the engine bay as well, do some more screws, and then hopefully I can take off HVAC pipes. So we got our vents that run into there, which I think are held on by a couple clips. This one's got a couple screws on it, but yeah, and then that's where the windshield wiper tray is, which completely cracked on me too as well, which was a huge pain and annoying nuisance. I'll have to get a new one of those probably for the track, but yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So here is the work we've done so far, and again, yeah, look at that. I literally just lifted it up. It wasn't even that bad. It wasn't even attached to here. You can see how it's broken all over the place, and like it's just so flimsy, guys. So that is a huge kind of letdown for me. But yeah, we took off the AC stuff here, the canister. But what we're going to work on right now is getting those 10 mils, as well as those are the heating lines, so the heater core lines. We're going to work on taking those off, as well as potentially, if I can, I'll take the AC line out here. But yeah, hopefully today goes a little bit smoother than what the past couple days have been. Been kind of busy, but yeah, let's get to it. All right, well, I just went into the engine bay there, as you guys saw. Yeah, a couple of those bolts are pretty much spinning. Pretty much, if you guys look, you see how above those two holes, there's kind of like a bit of a kind of bulge. You can't see the ones on the bottom. Anyways, there's little tiny kind of bolts that go through the firewall, and they kind of sit in there, similar to like what a carriage bolt does. But yeah, some of them for the heater core are just spinning around. So probably have to go back in there and grind them off, which sucks, but I wasn't planning on running any heat and any of that stuff anyway. So lucky for me, I can probably just patch the holes. I can maybe use these to run either, the electrical for the Terminator X or anything else, but we'll see how that goes. But anyways, got the hammer here as well, just a rubber mallet, and then I'm gonna start taking off this upper vent kind of section. Hopefully it comes out, and then hopefully I'll be able to at least get this section out. I'm probably gonna have to break it right there, which I'm not too fond of, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Also gonna have to take, you guys see those little clips? So I'm gonna take those off, but like, look at this, guys, like right here. Like, those are staples. So some dummy back in the day decided that staples would be the most ideal way to secure this vent. Oh man, I love people sometimes when working on other people's garbage, but yeah, and as you can see too, like some of the stuff is just broken. Sometimes a little frustrating, but that's okay. But anyway, so I'll go grab a flat and push these little clips out, and then hopefully over here that should come out okay. And then there might be one or two up there, I'm not sure. I have to take a look at it. We're also gonna have to take the A-pillar off as well, so I can get to one of the bolts. I think that's holding the dashboard on as well. Nice. Oh yes, guys, there we go. Another one down. Look at that. Oh yeah, baby. So yeah, there's another pipe right there. That was for, where did I just toss it? Oh, this guy right there. So that pretty much would have been for the windows on the side. But again, that one's a lot easier to get to. Looks like a couple, that looks like an 8mm up there, maybe a 10. Alrighty, take this piece out. Don't tell me that's more staples in there. Jesus. Whoops. Okay, it's not broken. That's good. And then take off the other piece. This is the main center vent right there. Oh yes, guys, we're getting somewhere today. Look at how old school this is right here. And again, has different letters, which I assume, as you guys can see on here, each relay is for each individual circuit. So if I go online or go wherever, I'll be able to see what actually is what, which is pretty big. Again, most of the stuff I'm trying to just maintain myself. But again, so this key right here is all part of this, which is obviously a pretty big, yeah, that's a pretty big unit right there. My Lord, look at all that stuff. Heater core. I'm not looking forward to doing the other stuff in the engine bay there, but we'll see. Let me go to the other side and take out that air vent and try to get the center one off, and then that should really open up a lot for us to hopefully get this heater core out. So this is being a huge pain in the arse right here. I have to take the top speaker and tweeter off here. Had to get rid, or I shouldn't say get rid of, but just loosen up the fuse box here, which, I mean, these fuses are so old, they're just falling out all over the place. Yeah, definitely a bit of a concern there as well. That looks like some sort of ground bar, but yeah, so definitely what I'm gonna have to do, try, is to the defroster vent, which is, I just tossed it right there, same one we had on that side. I'm gonna have to take the actual piping so you guys can see like the kind of vacuum hose that's got to come out, which will allow me to push this main piece back. I mean, I could probably also lower, I'm gonna have to lower the steering column regardless so I can actually get the dash out, but yeah, I might be missing a step here while doing it. But yeah, look at that stock vacuum line here. That's the boost gauge from the stock turbo that was on the car. Pretty cool to see some of that. I could probably actually steal that and use it for something else, honestly. Even if I do throw a boost at this car at one point with the LS, might be able to do that as well. Pretty cool, the stuff you find as you go along. These speakers are so bloody old. Crazy. Okay, so there we go. Nice, the old vacuum hose. That goes out too. And then hopefully, again, we'll see. Not sure how that's gonna work fully, but that's in a better place now. Try to just get this piece off. That's on top of part of the blower motor here. Again, for the defroster, which probably goes through the heat core. That way you get the warm, nice air going onto your windows and stuff, which will allow snow to melt. You got any fogging, all that jazz. But yeah, let's try to find a way to get this stuff off here as we go along. All right, just maybe some of this is like the cluster wiring here. Take this piece off. There. Again, that was kind of the split for those vacuum pumps. This thing's still being an absolute nightmare. I'm probably gonna have to try to take the dash off in order to get that one out, which I think I'm getting at. I have to do a connection on that side. These pillars have to come out, which means I gotta take that off as well. Yeah, some more plastic broke a little bit right here, which I'm not happy about. I really don't want to ruin that inside the car as much as I can. Yeah, it's driving me nuts. But again, this thing's old, right? That's the problem with these old cars from the 90s and 80s. All the old plastics. That's disgusting. Look at all that gunk. This part right here as well. Yeah, not nice at all. But at least starting to get somewhere. Again, look at all the wiring in here. We got our burnt wire. You guys can see that again. Right there. Now I'm gonna have to undo this one tab right here, which I'm surprised is still actually attached, considering most of the dash is broken. Okay, whoa, here we go. Nice, only one cap right here. That should go back in there nice and easy. Bango, bango. Yes, guys, here we go. Again, so no actual hardware, but you can tell that it was in there for sure. I'm probably just gonna cut this. I don't need it. Hopefully I don't need it. I shouldn't need it, but yeah, cut that, take that off, start with the clips. Alrighty guys, so before it gets too late here, I'm gonna try to take off, or at least lower down the steering column. So I think these are 13 mil or 12 mil. Should hopefully lower this whole thing right down, which will allow me to at least have a better kind of freeness here to get the dash out, because there's no way it's gonna go over that. Yeah, I still gotta do that Torx right there as well too, and then find as many clips as I can. I think we're getting close here, guys, to doing this. I mean, if not, no big deal, take our time. But I'm really hoping I can get this thing off tonight. And man, it's rough, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's rough. Putting it back on is gonna be fun. But we'll see how this goes. But let's try and lower down the steering column here. Okay, so here we go. This is like full attempt number one to get the dash out of the 760 Volvo here. Steering wheel is down. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Oh, yes, guys. Okay, so now, I don't know if those broke. That's okay. I can drill everything, or I can staple it like the other guy did. But those look like little clips. Okay, plastic clips are good to come out. Another one here. This one's broken. That one's, she's a goner on that one. That's okay. Now I'm gonna have to go on that side and see if I can get it to come off. Definitely getting close here, guys. Okay, so we're on the driver's side here now. The good thing is to disconnect it at the top, which is pretty big. Still kind of caught on the steering column here a little bit. I don't know how to get it lower. I'm gonna try my best. There's a shield at the bottom there. Again, you guys can't see that, but it goes pretty much where the brake pedal is. I removed that a little bit, or at least enough to get the steering column down further. But yeah, this is going to be the biggest issue here. This is what's going to limit me the most, is definitely the fuse box, unless I can find a way to kind of go in sideways or do something to at least get it out of the way. Because taking those wires off, yeah, that's going to suck. Like, really suck a lot. that one's damaged too. But yeah, so at least we're kind of off the firewall, which is big and a huge deal. So on that note, guys, I'm probably going to just end this video here. I'll probably bring you guys back in the next day when we get the thing completely off the dash. So stay tuned, as always, as the darkness comes in. Hopefully the next clip you guys see will have our dash off and we can take a look at everything that's up against the firewall.